Welcome to Latricia Creates. I am Latricia. In today's video, we're going to decorate a tote bag using Siser EasyColor DTV. We're not going to use any special equipment. We're not going to use a heat press. We're not going to use a cutting machine. We're not going to use any fancy software. All we're going to use is our household iron and an inkjet printer. Let's take a look at the materials we're going to use for this project. For this project, I'm going to use the Siser EasyColor DTV, a tote bag, a pair of scissors, some parchment paper, an iron, a pressing mat, an inkjet printer, and a design. My design is only one piece, so they say, when I say they, I'm talking about Joe from Siser, that you don't need to use the TTD mask, so I won't be using the mask because my design is only one piece. But if your design is more than one piece, you'll need to use the TTD mask. And this is what that looks like. Also, the DTV, it is a matte white on one side and glossy on the other side, which this is the carrier sheet. And we want to print it on the matte white side, which is the actual vinyl. You ready? Let's make it. The first thing we want to do is head over to the computer, pull up our design, and get it printed. I have my design pulled up. I saved it as a PDF file. Now I'm ready to print it. I'm going to go over here to the top left, click on the printer. I'm printing from my Workforce 3640. I'm going to click on Properties. I'm going to change the paper type to Premium Presentation Paper Matte, and I'm going to use the standard quality. Click OK. Now we're ready to print. I'm going to click on Print and head over to the printer. I'm at the printer now and I'm ready to load my paper. This printer, you load the paper print side down. So I'm going to put it in here print side down. Now we're ready to print. The print is all done. Now we're going to head back to the cutting table. I'm back at the cutting table. I have the design all printed out. Now I'm ready to trim the white from around the edge and get my iron set. I'm going to set my iron on to medium because this iron gets really hot on high. So be sure to test out the iron that you're using. Siser says to use between cotton and linen settings if you have that type of iron. Since my iron has low, medium, and high, medium is probably going to be best. So that's what I'm going to test out. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and cut these white pieces off the edges. You can use a cutting machine. You can use a paper trimmer, an X-Acto knife, and a ruler. I was just trying to use the simplest method to do this. If you have multiple pieces, it's probably best to use a cutting machine. Now I'm going to iron my bag. It's pretty wrinkled. This bag is a polyester bag. You can use the DTV on cotton, polyester, or different blends. Also, you can use it on colors or lights. The same DTV. There's only one DTV. There's not one specifically for lights or one for darks. There's just one. Now I'm going to remove this from the carrier sheet. I'm going to peel it off slowly. This material is rather thin, so I don't want to tear it. Look at it curling up. I might have to use that TTD mask. Now I'm going to pre-press the bag, give it a little more heat. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to press it. I'm going to press it in sections for about 15 to 20 seconds using medium to firm pressure. It's mostly stuck down, but I'm going to put a little more heat on there. It looks like it's light in some places and dark in other places. That may be because of the heat distribution, or actually those look like marks from the iron. I may have been pressing down too hard. Now it looks more evenly distributed. There's still a couple of places where it's a little lighter. It is on here very well. I like the way it feels. It has a nice feel. It's pretty light. It feels a little lighter than vinyl. It doesn't, if you close your eyes and wave your hand over it, you can still feel it, but barely. So it's pretty light. I like it. I do like it. Here's a closer look at our final project. It came out pretty nice. At first, I had a little bit of an issue with the color, but I went back and pressed it some more, and now the color is pretty even, and it looks pretty cute. So I'm satisfied with this project, and I'm ready to go to the grocery store and get some groceries. I hope you are able to make one as well. And as always, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep creating.